Good evening, listeners. So, today's guest is a very special person. She is from Delhi. She is MA. She is PGDCP. She is PGDRP and an RCI Registered Psychologist. She believes the English language is an international language and it helps to grow your professional as well as your personal life. And if you are good at speaking this language, feel confident and emotionally strong. So let us welcome our today's guest, Anu ma'am.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Anu ma'am. Good evening. So how have you been doing, ma'am?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
I'm also fine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So first of all, thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting my invitation and being on this show. Thanks a lot. Before we proceed, and before I talk to you further, I would like to know the full form of these degrees PGDCP and PGDRP.
Yeah.
And yes, RCI also.
Yeah. PGDCP stand for PG Diploma in Counseling Psychology. That is PGDCP. And PGDRP stand for PG Diploma in Rehabilitation Psychology.
Okay.
And RCI, yani ki Rehabilitation Counseling of India.
Okay, amazing. So I think I have read about these degrees. I was not aware of the short forms. So I'm really grateful to you, ma'am, for being here. And we have such a wonderful personality sitting in front of us. So Anu, ma'am, we know Anu, ma'am. You have told me. I have already discussed this that you are a psychologist and you possess so many degrees. So this is something the world knows about you. But what is something which the world doesn't know about you? Who is Anu ma'am inside?
From inside, I'm very emotional person. And I trying to control my emotions whenever I share some special moment with someone, or if I'm sharing some clips, watching some clips on TV and on serial, I got emotional easily, starting tearing easily. So I'm very emotional. And if I'm talking about my childhood, so in my childhood, I was very naughty. I always um, trying to tease my siblings and my cousins too.
Okay. So what was your relationship with your siblings? How was your family background? What kind of family do you belong to?
I belong to my native place is Agra. I belong to UP, and my native language is Hindi, typical Hindi with the UP accent, and my relation with my siblings and my family was very emotional, close, and where I where I share my emotions very easily without holding me back. So I close my siblings so much, my cousins too, and like this.
And what kind of educational background you had, ma'am?
I have completed my study in Hindi medium, where I study English as a subject, as a book. I never spoke single words in my school and my college. I complete my all qualification Hindi medium and just from Hindi books. Even my psychology, I did complete in Hindi language. So my family, all family member very educated. All men were very educated. They work in a bank. All four males. My papa, my uncles, they all work in bank. And my grandfather, he worked in a army army workshop. So all males were educated, but female they are not educated proper. Even not single woman. That time, single woman was not graduate.
Okay.
Yes, my dadi, my grandmother, she was illiterate,
Okay.
and we taught her to write her name,
As signature.
yeah, her signature.
Mm.
And my mother complete her 10th only. My aunt also 12th. So nobody, no, that time in my childhood, I have seen that single woman was not graduate, was not higher educated. All men are educated. Those men were postgraduate, but not women.
So who was your inspiration, ma'am? Who finally, like, you have completed your diploma, you have completed your graduation. Who was the force behind?
My mother. My mother always spoke that I complete only my 10th, and my mother's brother was commissioner in Shimla, and but her father didn't provide education, but he provide education only their son, his son. So my mother was not able to attend school after 10th, and she had dreamed that her girls, her daughter, her children should be educated and should be independent when they will marry. So my mother always pushed me, and my father also. And after 12th, my grandmother started um, looking for the boy for me for marriage. But my mother, that time, my mother raised her voice and she takes stand for me. No, my daughter will complete her study, and when she will want to marry, that time only she will marry. Otherwise, before her wish, her
Consent.
consent, I will not allow to anyone. Even her father, I will not allow.
That is amazing. I think mothers, when it comes to their children, they acquire some kind of superpowers and they become superwoman. Right? Only today, I was listening to Twinkle Khanna, where she said that uh, since ages, women have been craving for that cape, and instead of that cape, they were handed an apron. It's recently that they have learned how to swing their aprons and convert it into a cape and just reach the sky. So that is what mothers have done for us. They have spent their life with aprons, but when it came to their children, they changed it into a cape.
Yeah,
Definitely. So the
exactly.
driving force is our parents. Amazing, ma'am. So as you told me that none of the women in your family were educated. So did you have that English speaking environment? Maybe your, as you said, male members were educated. So did they speak in English at home?
Never, ma'am. Never. They spoke only Hindi, typical Hindi, and I never heard English sentence from my father, uncle, from nobody.
Okay,
I
no, ma'am, as you say that you were not speaking English, but at that time when you were studying, maybe your graduation and your diploma, were you able to understand English?
see, ma'am. When I enter in professional course, then first time I heard English. When I actually when I want to complete my profession, when I joined to professional course, I complete from Jamia Millia Islamia, and then I gave entrance, and I got fourth rank in that exams. And when I knew that all information will get in English only, and when I attend first class orientation class, that time I first time I heard English from professors, and that time afraid. Oh my God, my this course will be um, I will be fail because I didn't get anything that in that class, and I was afraid of from the lecture, from the professor, from the my classmates. So I got conscious. Like I got panic attack in the first class.
Anxiety, anxiety, and
Anxiety. Yeah,
nervousness, and,
exactly.
and as you said, panic attack. I mean, this is a big word.
Yeah, ma'am.
All because you were unaware of those English words and you were not able to understand what was happening around you. So you believed that English. So was it the beginning of believing that English is a difficult language, or you thought, no, okay, fine, if I'm not able to understand, fine, maybe I will learn it.
That time I have decided, okay, I started learn English, but that time I didn't know how to learn English, and usually I used to ask from my classmates, hey, please tell me now, I want to learn English. How to do how to do practice? So someone told me, start reading newspaper. Okay, start reading grammar book. So I have started everything, but I didn't get anything from that.
What
Thus,
did you do when they told you, see, when they told you start reading newspaper? But for a person who cannot understand English, obviously reading newspaper will not help, right?
yeah,
But you said you started solving grammar exercises, you started reading textbooks for grammar. So how far did that help?
few months I did that things, and after few months I just stopped. That time my focus only, I have to pass. I will have to pass. I will have to complete my this course. So this is enough for me. Then when I that time I was doing these things, so I realized one thing, that English always follow you. You never escape from that. You never uh, you never leave this, your journey, your professional course, your education not will not complete without English, because all professional course only English language.
Yes, definitely, ma'am, definitely. So who makes you? You said you got panic attack at that time. What was the reason? What was the reason? Was it maybe you thought, okay, what first thing which might have came to your mind because of which you got panic attack? Okay, how will I complete this course because everything is in English, right? Are there any reason? Are there any other reasons to believe that for that anxiety, for that nervousness, apart from that feeling, okay, how will I do it now? Because everything is in English, so I must learn. Apart from that, is there anything which makes you feel fear and that scare, that feeling of no, 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 I will not be able to do it?
Many times, ma'am. Many times. Whenever I get meet my teachers, whenever I get note down notes. So first I face problem in the writing. How to write that notes? I just focus on the listening completely, actively. So because I anyhow I note down the notes, and I just mumble, I just mug up all notes. First I understand with the dictionary, with the help of dictionary, I just write down the all meanings of that, and just learn all those things, technical words. So just try in make sentence in Hindi in my mind, and translate into English. So just because of this technique I follow that time, so I complete my course, professional course.
So basically, you were following translation.
Yeah, translations.
Translation. First, you listened in English, you translated in Hindi to understand, and then again from Hindi to English to write it down.
Yeah.
That is what you were doing.
Yeah. My all books have full with the meaning, Hindi meaning.
Hindi meaning. Right. That is, I think, that is what the 90% of the education English learners follow this.
Yeah.
They follow grammar and translation. And then they find the words, they translate it in their native language, and then when they are using, they recall it in their native language, and then they are blurting it out. They are doing it in while translating in it in English. That is what most of the people are doing, right? So, ma'am, there are struggles. There are always struggles in life which make you what you are today. There is one pivotal point. There is one point which brings an absolute 360-degree turn in your life. So, what was that point in Anu Surya's life?
See, ma'am, everyone has a struggle in their life, and we cannot imagine life without struggle and without problems. So I have same thing in my life. First time I turning point, if we call, in 2002, when I lost my mother in 2002. I was doing my master. Then first shock that time I got, and afterward I decided that I will not continue my study. I will not continue my education because my siblings that time very young. So I have decided I stop my education in between, or I just trying to take care of my siblings, and I will support my father. So that turning point, first turning point. But my father supported me. No, you complete your master, and then just because of sup- his support, I completed my professional though courses, PGDCP and PGDRP, just because of his support or his that positive power, positive. He was my backbone that time. So in 2006, I got married and I stopped everything. I stopped my practice, and then after 2016, when I lost my younger son, then that was second turning point of my life. Then I have decided I restart my practice. So I had started my practice in 2017. So in my professional life, that time I faced multiple problem just because of my poor English. I was not able to speak in English, so everyone trying that time tried to make fun of me. I was good in my profession. I was good in my skills. I was good in my results, whatever I gave to patients, whatever I gave to my clients. But I was not good in English. I have a knowledge. I have a skill. I have a qualification, but I was failed just because of my poor English. And multiple time, um, I got bitter experience in my life, just my poor English. And some colleagues made fun of me in front. Um, they trying to um, they trying to pull down me. They trying to always. Um, I don't have right word for that
Humiliate,
feeling. Yeah,
humiliate, or maybe,
yeah,
yeah.
multiple times. So then I have decided, okay, now I will learn English. And now I will focus on my English, word English. I will improve my English. Just because of this thing, just because of this thing, I cannot face these humiliating, or I will not face more problems in my life just because of my poor English. So I've decided I started learning English.
So, as you said, that it was quite a stressful and a quite humiliating experience for you because of your poor English skills. Even when you had so much of knowledge, your diagnosis was good, you were giving good results to your patients. Even then, some part of your life was unsatisfied because of your poor English speaking. So, Anu ma'am, if you don't mind, can you share the most embarrassing moment which you faced because of lack of English speaking skills?
Multiple bitter experience I had, and one experience which I would like to share with you. See, I was one day I was attending a meeting, and there I had to present some case in front of other psychologists. And that time, one person told me, just present your presentation in English only. So then I said, ma'am, my English is not good, so please allow me in Hindi. allow me. So she said, no, no, you can't speak in Hindi. You have to speak in English. English is very easy now. Just try. You will do. Definitely you will do. I tried multiple times and I fumbled. My English was not good. I just explained everything in a broken English. So I stopped my presentation in between and I exit that meeting and I start crying. And when I was crying, my son sitting behind me and he have seen everything. And he told me, Mommy, why are you crying? And the see Radhe. My son's nickname is Radhe. And the see Radhe. Again, it happened with me just because of my English. I My presentation was good. I have collected so good data, but I was not able to present my presentation in English language. So my son told me, "Okay, mommy, don't worry, we will start. I will help you." That time I told him, How you will help? I mean, just we will try now." So, multiple time, he, he was evidence of my this experiences. This my I'm not able to explain again. I have a memory, vivid memory in my mind whenever I discuss these things. So I got emotional.
Definitely, ma'am. When we are discussing the most embarrassing situation in our life, which is related to our drawbacks, I think it's just like a reel in front of our eyes, running in front of our eyes. But the thing is, instead of remembering these embarrassing situations, why not remember one very nice situation, very inspirational situation when you have just rocked, you were appreciated, you were applauded because of your good speaking. Maybe, see, your English was not perfect at that time, even, but you were appreciated by the people.
Multiple times, ma'am.
So, please share that also. Please share that also.
Uh, my patients always told me share their experience, ma'am. We have been facing this problem since for 15 years. But when I meet to you and we got result with you are treating us without medicine. You are treating us only psychotherapies with the help of CVT, and we got result. Ma'am, you are God for me. Multiple time I heard this statement. Ma'am, you are God for me. I want to touch your feet, ma'am.
So you must remember this, ma'am. Every time you come across those memories, just remember this. I think my profession is very much similar to you, ma'am. Even I'm not giving medicines to my students, grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation. I'm just giving them psychological treatment, right?
Sure.
So definitely, ma'am, remember these incidents. These are worth remembering. Okay, and you have come a long way. You have definitely come a long way. You have overcome your inhibitions, you have overcome your fears, and the entire interview you are giving in English. That is a commendable thing.
Just because of you, ma'am.
No, it's because of you, ma'am.
Just because of you. There is no room for doubt. My whatever I'm speaking up till now, just because of you. Otherwise, earlier I was not speak. I was not able to speak in a one sentence in English. But your course, your help, your support, I reached here where I share same place, same platform with you, and you are, and I'm sharing my view, my perspective, my point of view in English language just because of you.
Definitely, ma'am. You are amazing. So, we would like to know, along with okay, whatever you have been following. So, what were the strategies? What is the plan of action that really worked for you to improve this skill?
Okay, ma'am. Earlier, I was trying to learn English from books, newspaper. I tried everything. Okay, and one day I scroll on YouTube, and one course I got, and I joined that course, and there were four mentors. Okay, and one mentor impressed me, and I felt connect with that mentor, and that is you are. And I enroll your course, that Turbo Mastery. And that course has different and unique technique, ma'am. And that techniques help me a lot.
What is the main technique that you enjoy, or maybe you think, okay, out of all these 4 5 techniques which ma'am is telling, this is the best and this is working for me?
As you suggest, 4 5 techniques like shadowing, imitations, and listening, more listening, repetitions, and question answers technique you taught us. And those techniques help me a lot. And as you said, learn English by subconscious mind. So I had learned English subconscious mind. In the morning, I spend my maximum time on listening. So those
Listening.
techniques help me.
Listening is basically working for you. Listening has worked for you.
Repetitions do one video, repetitions your one chapter, which is you gave me, which is you suggest me. One chapter I listened multiple times. That those phrases and words and vocabulary register in my mind, and that make new neurons for English.
Definitely.
That neurons help me a lot.
Definitely. This is the entire idea. This is the entire idea, because something which you learn through books, it just stays in your conscious memory, and you're not able to recall it when you want it. The moment it reaches your subconscious level, you will be able to recall it easily, right? So you said listening works for you very well.
Yeah.
So, Anu ma'am, there are some people who think, maybe because you said nobody in your family is like a fluent English speaker. Even I belong to Uttar Pradesh, and I'm a typical Kanpuriya. I also had typical Kanpuriya accent. In my family also, I was the first person to be admitted to an English medium school. So even there was no atmosphere and everything happened with me. I can connect. I think our story is quite same. So, what do you think? What is your message for the people who actually think that I'm okay? Why should I learn English? What is your message to them?
And we, as you as I said before, that without a struggle we cannot imagine our life. Okay. So same thing. Without English, we cannot imagine our progress. English is must. English is a international language now. And if you want to grow in our professional life and personal life too, that English is compulsory. I think this is my perspective. We should learn English language if we want to grow our business or we want to connect more people. So English is a requirement. Without this language, we cannot connect more people.
And what about prestige? Don't you think it is a prestige symbol?
Yeah, ma'am. Without English, people say ki, this is like a. I'm using Hindi word, Benji. Whatever your education you have.
Right, exactly, ma'am. Exactly. And
They-
just you just speak
Yeah.
2 words. Even if you go to a restaurant and you call the waiter and you order in English, he will look at you with respect.
Yeah.
And the moment you start speaking in Hindi, you can see the difference in their way they look at you. You can just see the way.
वो ये होता है ना, again I will speak in Hindi. तुमसे ना हो पाएगा.
Exactly. So exactly, I think it has become a status symbol in the society.
So English helped me in a personal life as well, ma'am. Whenever I go to my son's PTM, and then wear and I felt confident. Earlier, I was not able to speak in a single words. Even I said good morning, ma'am, and start speaking Hindi. But now I am able to speak in English, and I share my views with the teacher in English, and my son feel good, and matlab, I can read her. I can read his eyes with his eyes with shine. My mother is speaking English. Earlier, she was not able to, and English. He was evidence that scenario, that event that I share with you. But now
So-
he's happy.
So
My
that
husband
means
also happy.
that means English is becoming English is bringing happiness not only in your life
Yeah.
but your family members' life
Yeah,
also.
sure, ma'am. Yeah, exactly.
Because when you grow, they feel good. Even they feel honored and they feel respected that okay, somebody who is important to me is able to project their thoughts or ideas in English.
Yeah.
Definitely, ma'am. I totally agree. So, Anu ma'am, there are a lot of people who are still struggling, who still are, as you said, I was not aware what to do. I wanted to learn English, but I don't know what to do, where to start, what to follow. So there are some people who are still struggling with this language, whether it be beginning or they are in their journey, but they are still under a lot of pressure. They are scuffling what to do, what not to do. So what is your message to them?
See, ma'am, I was blessed. Still, I'm blessed. I got best mentor in my life. Just because of that, I got right path. And right path is a must. Right path is very important. If you are not got right path, so you are always in confused mind that this technique is good for me or this technique is good for me. Okay, so first find a good mentor who will support you, who will guide you in a positive manner, in a accurately, and then just practice, more practice, and take step out from your comfort zone. And we know all know, if we are living in our comfort zone, then we will never get results.
Definitely. Definitely. So first thing is find the right mentor and then practice and then step out of your comfort zone. So I think find the mentor and then practice and then perform.
Yeah.
Performance is important. So for becoming a fluent speaker, you ultimately have to speak.
Yeah.
Whatever level you are, you have to speak.
English is a journey. English is not a destination.
Yes, definitely. It's a journey. Very rightly said, ma'am. You cannot think, okay, now I can speak, I have attained a level of fluency, that is fine. You have to keep on practicing. You have to keep on speaking.
Whenever I didn't practice, whenever I don't practice of my English, then I thought, oh my God, I will not speak in English now because I don't complete my chapter, I don't complete my practice. So tomorrow I will not able to speak in English. My husband told, why are you saying like this? But I feel whenever I don't practice of my English chapter, English lecture, whatever you gave me, so I feel incomplete.
That is what you have done to yourself, ma'am. You have made it a habit. And as I say, make English speaking a habit just like brushing your teeth at night.
Yeah.
Right? So it is important. Many people don't think that brushing teeth at night is important, but brushing teeth at night is more important than brushing it in the morning.
Yeah.
So similarly, English practice has to be in your habit on daily basis.
And we should not wait for the perfection.
Yes, definitely. We should not wait for that one day
Yeah.
when I will be perfect and then I will start in speaking in English. Definitely. You should start at whatever level you are.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so towards the end, ma'am, last question for you. Give us just few tips for self-approval. Now, we have talked a lot about English. This is not related to English. Anything which you follow for self-improvement, for becoming better each and every day.
Self improvement is the second thing. First, self realization is the first thing.
Definitely.
First, be identify your weakness. We all know our weakness and strength, and embrace your weakness. And when will you embrace your weakness, that intensity of that weakness is goes down. And when you accept your weakness, then you will work on that weakness, and your weakness one day, that weakness turn into strength.
Very nice, ma'am. This is coming from a psychologist. I mean, the true psychologist inside you. Yes, definitely. First, we need to first, we need to realize our weakness. Then, we need to embrace our weakness so that you don't feel low because of that weakness. And then comes the second part, how you can convert your weakness into a strength. And for that, you have to follow the tips of self improvement. So, what does Surya do for self improvement?
I am always trying to unlearn my old habits and bad habits and trying to learn new habits, good habits on the daily basis. And
Amazing.
habits will not develop in a one day. That demand practice and repetition.
Definitely, ma'am. Definitely. Very truly said that yes, habits need time and habits are not developed in one day. And I think practicing one day is easy. Anything. Practicing it on a daily basis and converting it into a habit, that is difficult because that demands discipline. And discipline is something which is difficult for human beings. So thank you, Anu ma'am. Thank you so much for being on my show and accepting the invite. So this is the third episode, and first of all, thank you for not being concerned what episode number it is, how many viewers you get, how many subscribers you have. Indifferent to all these things, you accepted my invitation, and you're sitting right in front of me, and we are talking. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, so I had a wonderful evening with you. Thank you so much for being in our show. Good night. Good night, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Good night.